Today we're talking about very important command they call IP directed broadcast and the relationship after these commands because there is another type of attack they call a small attack is related with that command is really very important. So what the idea about IP directed broadcast? So by default, the router here, router 1 and 2 and 3, they have a routing OSPF, general routing OSPF. Everybody can see each other. I have a full connectivity here. The idea here, when router 3 send a broadcast to this network, maybe your question now, what the broadcast you're talking about? 12.1.1.255, consider the broadcast for this network. Why? /24/24 here. So at the end 1, 2, then of course the last IP which is 255 consider broadcast for this network. Okay, the question here, how about 255.255.255? This is the original broadcast layer 3. Okay, so we never talking about this right now. We focusing about the broadcast for this network. Okay, so router 3 here, they need to send a broadcast to this network. So of course should be everybody to this network should be reply. So router 2 should be reply, yes, I am there. Router 1 should be reply as well, yes, I am here, then everything fine. Now the question here, without this command IP directed broadcast, what going on in this situation, in this scenario when router 3 send a broadcast to this network? Okay, without these commands, which is by default all the router they don't have this command, no IP directed broadcast. When this guy do ping request to that network, the router 2 only will be reply. So why? Because the broadcast will be die here. The broadcast cannot be forwarded through the router by default. Well, okay, so we need right now to forward the broadcast through the router 2. How can to do that? IP directed broadcast will be help us. Actually, the big question here, do we need to forward the broadcast here from router 2 or through router 2? Of course, there is a lot of application right now need to forward the broadcast through the router, maybe not router, maybe more than one router. So we have to use this command in a specific situation. Okay, so how can to do that? So if I need to do broadcast from here and go through the router 2 here and go to the router 1, and router 1 as well should be reply to that broadcast. How to do that? IP directed broadcast commands. The important thing, this command is in interface mode. You have to go to this interface mode and allow the broadcast go through this interface. Maybe if you have another interface here, this is not mean the broadcast will be go here. Never go from here as well. Never go to any interface. Only the interface turn on this command on it. So that's why you have to be careful this command how to configure and which interface you have to apply this command on it. So let me show you the configuration here. So again, as I mentioned before, I have a routing here OSPF, so everybody can see each other, and I have a full connectivity here. Let me jump into router 3 here, so I can do ping to 12.111, so which is from router 3 I can reach to router 1 here. So again I will do ping to the 2 as well, so means this network individual available to me. So now I say ping to 255, which is a broadcast go to this network. Who to reply, router 2 or router 1? So in this case we need to turn on debug IP ICMP. So I just issue in router 1 debug IP ICMP, enter in order to see which one is reply. Debug IP ICMP, enter. So I go to the router 3 here right now, then I apply broadcast here. Then now we check it out in router 2. You can see router 2 is have a reply here, but router 1 there is no any reply. He keeps silent. Why? That request is never reached to the router 1. So of course router 1 they don't have any reply and no need to reply because the request is not reached over here. So how to forward the traffic or the broadcast traffic through and make that traffic or that broadcast traffic reach to the router 1. I will go to the router 2 here, and you can see the interface I use it, or facing to the router 1, it is 0/0. So I just go here in router 2, config T, interface F0/0, IP direct to the broadcast, enter. Let me check again and let me try again. This is router 1 here, and this is router 2 here. Let me apply the command again, broadcast here. Then you see router 1, of course, or router 2 is already reply. And now router 1 as well also make a reply to the broadcast here, or contribute or engage to the broadcast reply for this network. All right, hope this video useful for you. Thank you for watching.